Joehoul here with all the scavenging locations in the Reek Hills zone of Gutgash's territory. We're starting in the southeast here. This guy's got a piece of scrap and a history relic. It's just sitting in this old hollowed out plane. This was an airplane, I believe. First piece of scrap is in a lockbox, and the history relic is just sitting over in the back of it. Oh look, his and hers toilets.
There was a time we polluted clean water.
The next piece is just to the west of that, on the south end of the zone. It's a single piece of scrap. You'll find this little hut over top of what looks like sulfur vents. And inside, there'll be some scrap on the wall. And I think we're still heading west, slightly north. There's going to be two pieces of scrap at this location. And they're just wide out in the open, in between what looks like some whale carcasses. First one's in the tent beside a dead guy. The second one's in a lockbox behind the car. Whoa, that gas can freaked out. I didn't notice that the first time. There it is, second piece of scrap. Now we're at the southernmost tip of this zone. This area has, I believe, 3 pieces of scrap in it, if I'm remembering correctly. 2 pieces of scrap. First one's in this broken part of a ship, and if you head even further back, you'll find your second piece. They're both just lying on the ground. Now we're heading northwest. This guy is down in a cave. You'll have to squeeze in. Now it took me a while to find the second piece, but it's actually, you can see it right there on the map, on the screen. It's just lying there. I just don't know how I missed it. So the first thing I found was the history relic, which is on the opposite side of the shipping container, painted like a gift.
The treasure of food. Freely walking and breathing.
And then on this side is where you'll find the lockbox, but I just ran right past it. Completely missed it. Went on a wild goose chase. There it is. It's directly in front of you when you enter, so you can just walk right up to it. And that's the piece of scrap. Next one's just to the southwest of where you were. It's actually underneath the big rock, just sitting on the bottom, wide out in the open. Now we're going to head north. One piece of scrap at this location as well. It's a boat sunken in what looks like a sulfur vent. If you head north from there, you'll find this little hut.
Wait, looks like some.
And inside there's a lockbox with a piece of scrap in it. And right behind that, just some scrap out in the open. That's 2 of 2 there. Next one's to the northeast. You'll have to weave through these bear traps to get in. And there is a sniper. I just kept running, and I just kept sprinting, so he kept missing me. See, I did a little edit there. I was just cutting out all the fighting I had to do. Once you're up here, though, you'll find your history relic right up here on top of this main room, with the stairs facing you as you enter. It's all the rules for this little place. That's the history relic. And there's a lockbox at the back of the room you can crack open. And inside you'll find a piece of scrap. Now we're just looking for the last piece of scrap. If you head right around, take a right at the bottom of the stairs, you'll find it out at the edge of the cliff. And that's all the items in that zone. Our next one is just to the southeast of where you were.
Oh, please.
It's in this big old hollowed out boat. It's 2 pieces of scrap and a project part. The first piece of scrap is to the left as you're walking towards the hull of the boat. And the project part is right at the very tip of the barrel. second piece for the maggot farm. And there's the second piece of scrap. Next we're heading north. Find a little crack in the wall here you can sneak through. And you'll have to run through a bunch of caves to get your way to the zone where you'll collect the items. So just sprint through here. And as soon as you come into the cave again, you'll find the first piece of scrap on your left. Now I didn't edit here to cut out the fighting, so you'll see it just has a quick little cut. And all the dead guys are just lying around. Your second piece of scrap is right as you pass through that little narrow, second narrow, what do you call it? Passage, I guess. And then the history relic is there as well. Looks like it's a mannequin holding flowers. Now we're heading all the way to the northeast corner of this map. This is just a single piece of scrap out by an abandoned car, overlooking the wastes. Now we're heading slightly south of where we were, through another little cave. Gotta dodge the bear traps. I cut out the fighting again, so you can see they'll just drop dead. You'll find the first piece of scrap on your left immediately upon entering this area. You also find a sweet, sweet car body. The Wild Hunt. And then right across from it is their second piece of scrap. I think it's just a project part left. Yeah, there we go. Project part is right at the entrance. It's the cleanup crew. Next, we're heading to the Vantage outpost. I still don't know if these count for the achievement, but I include them anyways because they have some collectible scrap at them. All I gotta do is pummel these guys real quick. And you can grab your piece of scrap off the floor there. And that's that. Thanks for watching.
Tell him to subscribe!